So what is emotional intelligence? It's the ability to understand, to express and manage your own emotions, to develop and maintain good social relationships, and to think clearly and solve problems under pressure. There's hundreds of definitions out there depending on which books you read. I like that definition because it speaks to the internal and external aspects of EQ. And there's 4 key components of EQ. Firstly, self-awareness. This is building awareness of your emotions and understanding where they're coming from. Most of us are so busy with our daily lives that we rarely take a step back and think about how we're responding to situations and how we come across. But self-awareness is the foundational skills that impacts all of the others. Being aware of our emotions and what they're telling us is the building block to developing the other components of emotional intelligence. Secondly, self-management. Self-management is your ability to control your emotions. A key factor is whether you react or respond to situations. When you react, you do what comes naturally, which is going with the emotional part of your brain, because that part of the brain kicks in first at the subconscious level. When you respond, you act against what is natural, which is why it can sometimes be difficult. This is because you engage the rational part of your brain in order to select the best response. Thirdly, social awareness. Your awareness of how you're perceived by others and how you perceive them. How much personal responsibility do you take when things aren't going well? Do you blame others? How well do you respond to feedback? Do you get defensive, or do you take on board what people say in order to improve your performance? Finally, relationship management. How adept are you at managing your relations? Are you a role model for your team at work? Are you collaborative and a team player? How skilled are you at resolving conflict? Are you adaptable to change? A person with good relationship management skills is able to forge productive relationships, has finesse in dealing with others, and can communicate effectively. And they tend to work well as a team player and make reasoned decisions, even in the face of stress and conflict. So as you can see, it involves both your internal conduct, the self-awareness and self-management components, and an external social aspect, the social awareness and relationship management. Now, all of these components are important in recognizing and responding appropriately to some of the emotions that your teenager may be feeling. Emotional intelligence in parenting begins with the self. If we think about the world around us, there is less EQ in the world than ever. Wars, hatred, political polarization, religious intolerance, erosion of freedoms, authoritarian regimes, corruption and greed. Even just day to day, I find that wherever I go, it seems that people care less about each other than they used to, as the sense of community appears to have eroded. People are under more stress, and the ability to tolerate stress has gone down in the last few years. Over half the people in North America suffer stress at concerning levels. That came from a 6 seconds global survey. And this is making people more volatile. It's probably fair to say that our current generation faces more uncertainty than any generation in history. Climate change, pandemics, threats to world peace, terrorism and the rise of authoritarianism, economic uncertainty, population growth, food and water shortages. It isn't surprising that your child sometimes feels worried. Being a teenager absolutely sucks. You're too old to do the things that you used to enjoy. and you're too young to do the things you want to do. Your body is changing rapidly, and your emotions feel like they're on a roller coaster. I remember as a teenager wanting to party till daybreak, and my parents telling me to be home by midnight. Every time I saw a girl I liked and I psyched myself up to approach, I would get an attack of acne. Maybe the anxiety, but it feels like you're in a battle with your body. As a parent, your role changes over the course of their childhood. It evolves from the physical upbringing of providing food and shelter, safety and love, to becoming more of a confidant and a sounding board. You may have heard the term helicopter parents to suggest that they're always hovering around and circling their children. It's important for their development to step back and let children make their own mistakes, as difficult as that can be. This is how they learn to cope and to build resilience. Keeping the communication lines open can ensure that you're able to provide advice based on your own personal experience and perspectives. In some ways, it becomes more of an equal partnership as you prepare them for life as an adult, but they still need you. Various surveys show that children still value family relationships and actively seek their parents' help with the various pressures of growing up. That's why I want to get you as a parent into the mindset of a coach, a trusted confidant that your child can turn to for that objective, non-judgmental and that emotionally balanced advice. It's normal for teenagers to worry about things: schoolwork, stress, bullying and body image. If your child's worry about teenage issues won't go away, you can do lots of things to help.